Notts County talk. It's finished. Notts County 2, Stockport 1. I don't know where to start, Jake. I'll let you start.
Oh, it's phenomenal. To a man today, they were absolutely brilliant. All 11 of them. I couldn't have given. I know Jim O'Brien got man of the match, but I wouldn't have liked to have picked myself. That was the best. I'd like to say the best performance this season. I know after the after the 90 minutes, we sort of switched off a little bit, and we gave away the penalty when Rawlinson bicycle kicked him in the head, and it was a bit nervy for the last couple. But after that, before that, sorry, we were phenomenal.
Yeah, we were. I was kind of surprised how little they brought, weren't you? We pretty much dominated 85 minutes of the game, didn't we, really?
I'd say we dominated 90.
Yeah.
The last few minutes of the first half, I think we sort of went on the back foot a little bit. But on paper, they've got one of the best squads in the league. And, there's been all the hoo-ha about the signing the Stojkovic, I can't pronounce his name, this league, from Bolton's captain in League One. He was anonymous today. Yeah. And the rest of their squad, I thought, one of the poorest teams I've seen come to Meadow Lane. And if I was a Stockport fan, I'd be concerned.
Yeah,
that wasn't very good.
They were leaving fairly early, weren't they? Which is, you hate to see it, but I don't know what to say to that, to be honest with you. But I mean, one player that we have to talk about. I feel like me and Tom have been talking about it so much the last week or so. I think I'm going to say my man of the match, Frank Vincent. What a player! Absolutely.
And today he brings so much energy. And I don't like to have a vendetta against Francis, but I think every time I've come on the show, I've never been his greatest fan, and I think Vincent today just brought so much more, and he was full of energy. He scored a great goal again.
Great finish on it.
Cut him open when Quigley misplaced his pass, and we absolutely dominated it. And he's just got so much about him. I think it's great to have. And there's no disrespect to Francis, because obviously he plays his part well when he has played. But I think he's such an addition to have. I don't think many expected it, given that he never really got a look in apart from bit parts at the ends of games previously. So no, I think he's shown he'll come good.
The midfield in general, though, I mean, you've got to give the plaudits. I mean, Palmer, he sort of played a bit deeper today, hasn't he?
Yeah.
How good was he?
I think that's what playing Vincent allows him to do. I think he can sit in front of that. But we've sort of reverted back to type today. We've reverted to that very early start of the season, 3 at the back with the wing backs, and then the midfield, and then just walking up front on his own with Rodriguez playing off him today. And I think that worked fantastically. Yeah. And I thought Palmer sitting deep. I thought Cameron and Rawlinson, again, apart from the bizarre last couple of minutes, they were both solid today. Quigley's a phenomenal goal scorer at this level as well, I think, and he's got a proven record. He's kept him quiet all game. He's frustrated. So
Obviously, after today's performance and Tuesday night's performance, do you feel like the formation that we've gone with, it's sort of like a 3-5-2, isn't it? Do you feel like that's the one that you'd like to see us stick with now? Because it seems to be working really well, doesn't it?
I think that's the one that Birchnell wants to play with. Yeah. I think we sort of lined up very similar to how we did against Wrexham. I think Wrexham were a much better side than Stockport, admittedly, but I think that's how he wants to play it. Whether we've got the ability to play it all the time is another question, because we've sort of slipped away from it over the past couple of weeks. Yeah. But I think given that, then you do struggle to fit certain players in, like Cal Roberts. I thought we played better today. That's the best we played today when he wasn't on the pitch for the first 75 minutes. Yeah. So does it work with both them two, or do you have to interchange Roberts and Rodriguez and then keep players like O'Brien in and that 3-man midfield? So it's interesting.
It's problematic, isn't it? But it's good problems to have, isn't it?
That's a great problem to have. And after the past couple of defeats we've had, and I know we had the win against Tamworth, I think today was huge. I think everybody, the feeling was it was massive, and we've bottled big games in the past. We always have done. Yeah. And today was really nice to see. We kept a big crowd quiet and dominated, and really pleasing.
The management for me today as well was so good. We've struggled in a few games with game management. You're looking at things like Patson kicking the ball away after they score the penalty, just things like that. How good is it to see things like that managing the game? It shows that we're adopting.
The Patson thing was, to say a word about him, the claims he did when it's so nice to have that in a goalkeeper. I'm not saying Slocum did, but he flaps a little bit. Those sort of things I think are key moments. And I think his claiming today was fantastic, and it's what you need at that back. But then again, I'd say the back 3 or 5, whatever you want to call it, were phenomenal in themselves. So I've got really I won't say a bad word about any of them today. They were to a man fantastic.
Jake, I'll see you on Tuesday night at Bromley.
Thank you.
Cheers for joining us.